Explore Kline with
Alex
EDP.
Peterson, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Mind if I take a seat?
Not at all.
Thank you. Here's my business card in case you need to get in contact with me.
Thank you. All right. I don't have a business card with me today, but I'm sure we'll get contact details before
Okay.
we're done.
Perfect. So how's your day going today?
Pretty good, but busy as always.
Busy with the gym?
With the gym, like I said, on snack bar, it's all happening. Yeah.
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 Okay, good. I wanted to ask you a few questions about what really inspired family fitness.
So, my spouse and I, we're runners. We live a pretty fit lifestyle, and we thought, you know what? If we could make this a job, it would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's ultimately the inspiration. It's what we did in our personal lives, so we were trying to make that our career/job.
That's great. Do you run often?
Yeah, at least like once, twice a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm actually training for a 5K right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, well, you just got to take baby steps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't go for 5 right away.
I know.
Go like 1, 1.5, 2.5, and slowly ease yourself into it.
Mm-hmm. I think that's kind of my problem is setting too high of goals and then I just
Yeah,
quit.
it's not good for your body.
Yeah, it's not. Well, maybe I'll start coming to Family Fitness.
Oh, there you go.
Start taking baby steps to get there.
Yeah, we're always open to getting new members, so yeah.
Great. Well, I just want to confirm that we still have 20 minutes to talk today.
We do, yeah.
Okay. So, I'd like to let you know what I'd like to accomplish during this meeting with you.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a few questions about family fitness so I can understand your side of the business a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to tell you a little bit about ADP. I'm not sure how much you know about us, but I'll tell you a little bit about our company so you can understand what we can bring to the table for you. And then I'd like to show you a customized presentation of ADP Run Payroll. And if at the end of this meeting you feel like it's a good fit, then I'd like to take the next steps forward in building a business relationship. How does that sound?
Sounds pretty good.
Okay, and I'd like to ask, do you think anyone else would benefit from being in this meeting with us today?
Yeah, I mean, probably my spouse, but she does the payroll, right? I make the call, I'm the entrepreneur, I wear the pants, but she does payroll, so it will be relevant for her, but she's not available today, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine. You know, maybe at the end of the meeting we can set up another time next week or something where she's available and we can all meet.
I'm trying to bring her in the loop, yeah.
Okay, great. So I want to ask you a few questions about Family Fitness. How many employees do you currently have?
14, if you include
14.
myself and my spouse.
Okay. And what are a few goals you have for Family Fitness within the next year or two?
So the next year or two, you know, we're still in our infancy, ultimately. We like to bolster the financial performance of this business unit and then consider expansion into other regions.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that right now you just want to start building your business a little bit more and then maybe consider expanding in the future.
A crawl before you can run, right?
Absolutely. And what do you think sets Family Fitness apart from other gyms in the area?
Well, it's run by a family. We have a daycare centre.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very friendly atmosphere as opposed to a competitive environment.
Right.
And most of our staff have been in the industry for a while and they know what they're doing, so.
Okay, great. Well, I want to tell you a little bit about ADP. We are a trusted human resources and payroll partner to over 400,000 small businesses just like yours all around the world, and I specifically am a small business representative, so I work strictly with small businesses like yourself. And I want to ask you a few questions about your payroll right now. So, how are you currently going about processing your payroll?
So, Mary / my spouse do the payroll manually.
Okay. And do you know what kind of system they're using?
QuickBooks.
QuickBooks. And do you know if they have any concerns or problems or things that they wish could be improved on the way they're processing their payroll?
I think the processing itself is, I mean, the QuickBooks system's good. It's just, I think it can be a bit manual.
Manual?
Yeah.
Can you maybe elaborate a little bit on what they're having to input manually?
Yeah, I think I know that Mary gives my spouse some numbers, and then it takes a bit of time for my spouse to put it all in and wrap it up when we want to cut the check, so to speak.
So, is your biggest concern with payroll just how much time it's taking?
Time is certainly probably one of the major concerns, yeah.
Okay, and do you know roughly how much time it is taking a week?
You're guided by Mary and my spouse about 2 hours each week.
Okay. I mean, that's a lot of time that you could be doing other things. What do you think you could be doing with an extra, or I mean your spouse, what could she possibly be contributing extra with those 2 extra hours if she didn't have to do payroll?
Question. So, I mean, ultimately, as you know, it's a pretty competitive environment out there, so we'd like to get a bit smarter with our marketing and sales, and ultimately, you know, get more retention of our current gym users, and also bring more in.
How do you think you would go about retain more of your customers?
I think we could create some like sort of retention programs, whether it's like loyalty bonus, you know, offering them something to keep that hook for them to come back.
Are you currently offering your employees any benefits?
Employees specifically? No, we just have like whatever the most basic rules are. That's what our employees have.
Okay, so you mentioned that if your spouse and Mary had an extra 2 hours a week, they would be able to, you know, market more and therefore, you know, gain more customers. Do you think that, like, how would that benefit your business if they had more time to focus on your business and they didn't have to worry so much about payroll?
Well, be able to grow the top line, right? If I can get more people in and keep the ones I have, it's all about business growth and in bolstering that profitability.
Right.
And then ultimately, once that's up and running, you know, quality of life, right?
Right.
Can't spend all day at the gym.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And I mean, it's really important to be able to retain customers and market. And right now, especially since the gym's so new, it's really important to grow and gain as much customer base as you can. So with 2 extra hours a week, you think that you could market more and gain more customers, and therefore that would help you build or make more money for your gym?
Yep.
Okay, so if I was able to present you with a solution where you, you know, Mary and your spouse would have more time, if I could cut back on their time doing payroll and they would have more time to put into the gym and focus on expanding your business and therefore earning you more money, is that something you'd be interested in hearing more about?
Definitely interested to hear more about it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. Well, what I really want to show you today is our ADP Run mobile app. Do you happen to have a smartphone?
Everybody does, right?
I would hope so. I mean, but just in case you didn't, you can
fair.
also use it on the computer or call in your payroll.
Yeah.
You know, we want to cater to all our clients. But so this is how simple it is. The only thing you need to use our app, which is specifically designed for small business owners, is an internet connection.
Okay.
So you can take this on the go. If your spouse or Mary has, you know, time in between meetings or they're running around, they can process their payroll on the go. So that's going to free up so much of their time. So I want to show you a little bit how it works. If you click payroll for me, and we'll start a new payroll. You can also view past payrolls, but if you click start weekly, this is just your pay frequency, so you can set what date you want to start and end your payroll. So if you continue on and press next, these are all the benefits that you can offer your employees. I'm not sure, are you offering your employees right now 401ks or?
I think we are, yeah.
We are,
yeah,
okay.
well, Mary's the financial beacon. I'm a little bit grey on this area, but let's just say for now, yes.
Okay, great. So if you continue on and press next. So here's a list of all your employees that work at Family Fitness. Obviously, this is a demo, so these aren't your employees. But if you click one of those for me.
Let's go with Mr. Will Harrison.
Will Harrison, perfect. So it's really this simple. You input your hourly rate of your employee, the regular hours, and it calculates the salary for you. And not only that, but you can also keep track of things like overtime and vacation hours, personal hours. So all of this is available to you at the touch of a button, and it's really that simple. So do you have any questions about what I've shown you so far?
This all looks pretty straightforward. I like it, what I'm seeing so far.
Okay, well if you want to press preview, we want you to be able to calculate. We want you to be able to view the numbers of, you know, what you're going to be paying your employees and any liabilities that you have in the cash that's required to pay your employees. So before you approve your payroll, there's just a little summary of, how much you're going to be paying each of your employees,
Right.
just so you can manage your cash flow better.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I know that we talked a lot about, your payroll and what I think that this would really free up time for your spouse and Mary, but is there an aspect of your business that you are maybe concerned about that I might be able to, help you address?
I mean, this all sort of looks quite fancy, so ultimately I'm running towards this might cost me a lot. Right.
Yeah, well, I think that our prices are very fair for the amount of service and the quality that we offer our customers. But before we get into the investment phase, I just want to make sure that there's nothing else I can present you with. I know we talked a bit about payroll, but is there any aspect of your business that you think can be improved upon?
Well, I mean, before we move on from payroll, I've got cards on the table. We had a pretty bad experience with another payroll business before QuickBooks.
Okay.
Which is a big concern for us ongoing.
Okay. And it was with an ADP representative?
No, in the previous system that we used before QuickBooks, we had a pretty bad experience.
Can you tell me a little bit about that experience?
So, we had a bit of a data issue.
Okay. What kind of data issue were you having?
Good question. The data went missing for about a month.
Okay.
And we spent a lot of time and money trying to figure out why it went missing, are we being hacked? So, ultimately, data, and then, is it secure?
Right, and what ended up happening when that data went
on?
Well,
we got the data back. It was a glitch in the system. We hadn't been hacked, but from here on in, I think security should be paramount for how we look at payroll.
Right, and I'm sure that costs a lot of money to try to retrieve that information back.
Yes.
Okay, well, I think I have something to show you that you're really that's gonna put you at ease and make you feel a lot better about our security system. So ADP invests a lot in security because we know how important it is that our clients trust us. You're giving us a lot of information which will help you out, but there's a trust issue there.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that you are completely assured that our systems are safe.
Yeah.
So these are the numbers for over the past 10 years of working with clients, and these are extremely low numbers, but also keep in mind that just for small businesses, we work with over 400,000 businesses. So these are extremely low numbers considering the large amount of companies we work with.
Yeah.
And the percentage of times ADP's network has been hacked is 0. That's never been a concern for us. We take a lot of steps in making sure that security is not, an issue for our clients. And for example, using the app, none of the information is actually stored on the iPad.
Oh, very good.
It's all, it goes all to our network. So if for some reason your smartphone went missing or someone stole it, they're not going to be able to log into your phone and look at your payroll and change anything because that information isn't stored on the phone.
That's good to know.
Yeah, the information is also encrypted, so even if someone was able to get into your system, because you left your phone on or something, the information's encrypted so they won't be able to read it.
That's very, very good to know.
So does that kind of put you at ease a
from
little
a security point of view, this is very, very encouraging. Yeah.
Okay, great. Do you have any more questions about security?
Yeah, I said it all looks quite fancy, so I'll always go back to cost.
Absolutely, we can get into the investment phase. So the way it works with ADP is when you sign up with us, you're really signing up, it's a packaged deal. So not only do you have access to our payroll, but you also have access to our human resources and tax and compliance and insurance services as well. So when it comes to pricing, you mentioned that you have 14 employees right now, so that would put you between the 11 to 20 employee bracket, which would be $38.95 each time you process payroll. So are you currently processing payroll bi-weekly or monthly?
Weekly.
Weekly?
Yeah.
Okay, so it would be $38.95 each time you process your payroll weekly. And if you look down here, for 14 employees, that's less than $3 per employee, which is a really great price, especially with all the services that are included in with ADP. I also want to mention that there is a one-time $150 implementation fee, which covers things like if you want direct deposit and services and upgrade and possibly training if you want some help using our internet site.
Yeah.
So all of that would be included in that price. So how is everything looking so far?
Everything looks pretty good so far. But as you're aware, Mary Mary's the financial beacon, as I alluded to earlier. So if I was to kind of try to get a grasp on what this would cost on a yearly basis, could you ballpark it for me?
Yeah, absolutely. We can calculate it right now. If you are paying $38.95 per week, it's gonna look something like
Okay.
a little less than
Yeah, that's good.
$2,000.
Yeah.
Does that look doable to you?
That looks pretty good, I have to say. Yeah.
Okay, and I also want to show you quickly, you know, I touched on this earlier, that we are not just a payroll company. We do a lot more than payroll. So when you sign up with ADP, these are all of the services that are going to be available to you. You know, if you change your mind and, you know, you want to offer your employees more benefits, you know, not just 401ks, but maybe health and welfare benefits as well, or if you ever have questions for HR, you know, we have a 24/7 hour HR hotline that you can call. So these are all things that you're going to have access to when you sign up with ADP.
Okay. Oh, it looks pretty cool, but at the end of the day, we're still just a small little gym, right? So
Absolutely.
this is like kind of like, let's get the base right first, and then figure out how that can potentially take.
Absolutely, and that's what's great about signing up with us, is that, you know, you can start off using our payroll system, and then later on down the line, if you want to start using HR, you know, you're already working with us, and so that's very easy to get started for you.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so is this something I can get you signed up for today?
Well, look, I mean, I make the decisions in the business, right? But my spouse does payroll, so I need to bring her in the loop before we can actually make a call on any of this stuff, which is obviously not here right now.
Okay, of course. And is this something you might want to talk to Mary a little bit about as well?
I think Mary will be easy. I think the spouse is the main piece here, and she's not here right now, so I need to bring her in the loop, and then ultimately we can kind of go from there.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I would love to set up another time to come in and meet with you, and hopefully your wife will be here as well, and maybe I can talk to her a little bit more about what I've shown you today. Does that sound all right?
Sounds okay. I'm just I'm in the bad books with my spouse at the moment, so I think before I go down the path of saying, hey, look at this program, let's come in and discuss within a week, I need to butter her up a little bit first.
You need to butter her up a little bit?
Yeah.
Take her to a nice dinner or something?
Yeah. So I need to work with her first, bring her in the loop, and then I think we need to call you guys and have a discussion after that.
Okay, well, if you don't want to set up a time right now, I'll plan on calling you this Friday.
Let us call you.
I would really like to call you, if that's okay, because, you know, I know that you're going to be really busy, and I really do think that ADP services can help you a lot, and I want to see this, you know, implemented in Family Fitness as soon as possible so you can start seeing the benefits. So if it's all right with you, I'd love to call you by the end of the week if I haven't heard from you. And at that point, hopefully we can set up a time to meet with your wife as well. Does that sound all right?
Yeah, it sounds good. You can try to call me, but ultimately I think that once I talk to my wife, I'll call you.
Okay.
I'll call you straight away.
Okay, that's fine. If I haven't heard from you by Friday, I'll give you a call. Just in case. I'm sure you're good to your word, but just in case I haven't heard from you, I'll plan on calling you Friday.
I don't want to bolt on any timelines, just because, like I said, I'm in a bit of a hot spot with my wife, so it's kind of like I need to go down that journey first, and then once I'm there, then I can have the conversation. So it might not be by next Friday, so I really need you to be guided by us in this instance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine, and when I do give you a call and we get in contact again, we don't have to set up a meeting right away. I just want to check in and see if you've had a chance to talk to her and make sure that you guys are on good terms again. But what I want to leave you with now is a pamphlet. Maybe you can take this home. You know, maybe don't show her right away, depending on how she's feeling. But you know, eventually, when things are okay, talk that over with her and make sure that this is something she might be interested in, and then I'd love to set up another time to meet with you.
Great.
And talk to you and your wife.
I'll be in contact.
Okay, and if I haven't heard from you, I'll make sure to give you a call within the next week or two.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you so much. It was great meeting you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Cheers. We finished just ahead of time.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
Wow. Cool.
Thank you.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
No, it's really just the height. It's really just standing all next to each other. Yeah. But once you get in here, you've done it so many times that...
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.